are here with the fifth masterclass,
Yes,
the fifth
but
coaching masterclass for
number
Project
5.
Next Thrive. The title of today's masterclass is The Power of Zero More. So maybe, I don't know if you've read it, but I'm almost certain that you have heard Ed Milet's book, The Power of One More.
Yes.
And by now you know how much we like to play
Yes.
with the words and tweak things that are more common, let's say. So why did we use this title? Because we want to talk about today about what is like truly the most overlooked success secret, and it's not so much of a secret basically, but for sure it is what is messing up with most people's lives.
Yes, exactly.
And we have picked an amazing quote to
Yes.
couple this title.
I like this quote very much. So the quote goes like this: be like a postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there.
And we
Amazing quote.
Amazing,
I like
amazing.
the playing around with the words, but it's very, very impactful.
And by now you start to realize a bit more what we will be talking about today. And also, if you haven't read it, I highly recommend this book,
Yes.
The One Thing, from Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. And I want to take you for a moment on a journey to the moon. And I am almost certain that you have, like maybe seemingly that high goals, that high destinations to go to the moon with your new digital product and reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Yes.
So this is an amazing example, because what they've realized with the domino is that every domino can be 50% bigger than the previous one, and it will still fall. So if you start with domino number 1, which is maybe like 1 inch, right? And as you proceed, the 57th domino is as high as the distance between the Earth and the Moon, if you can believe.
This is crazy, right? Crazy to
which is crazy
to
but
realize this.
What is also important, because this is like 50% of the information, this is so
the one
highly
thing.
recommended.
Yes.
So what is truly also like 50% of the remaining of the whole thing, the whole picture, is that if one domino is missing, all the other dominoes will not fall, right?
Oh, yes, that's right.
So
right.
You realize by now that consistency with what we are doing here is also important. For instance, I have these daily shots of inspiration, and I really hope that you are starting your day with them.
Yes.
But let me tell you this. I've had some people in the past saying to me, like writing or maybe in a seminar, you know what I'm doing? And it really helps me a lot. I gather up these daily sorts of inspiration and I read them all on Saturday or Sunday.
On the weekend.
On the weekend. That I
Does
have more
not
time.
Work, right?
It doesn't work.
No.
You cannot eat 7 meals on Saturday or
Yes.
have like 7 showers on Saturday
or
and
do
say
all
that
the gym on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So this consistency is also key. So what is the most neglected success secret? That for extraordinary results, what you need is
drum roll,
extraordinary
focus.
Extraordinary focus.
Laser focus.
Extraordinary focus. 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 And my lead is using this.
Yes,
I
didn't know that about him actually. I just realized. Yes,
he's like,
I hadn't noticed.
Whenever he wants to actually make something click in his mind or in his speech, he will do that.
Yes.
Like so. Focus. Focus.
Yes.
Make an anchor and bring yourself back to focus, because what you're doing here does not only matter to you. It matters to your audience. Sometimes I feel that I'm being pushed. I'm being, like pushed out of my limits. Maybe in terms of my stamina, during the day, or maybe in terms of what is like the workload that I have to do, or the reading material that I have. By the way, a bit of time out here. In just a few minutes, It's the second day of your first funnel
Yes, that's
live
right.
challenge begins. So as we finish up here, me and Alexandra will learn, will
Jump over.
take off the hat of the teacher, let's say,
Yes.
and put on the hat of the student as well.
Yes.
This is how much good care we take of what we're talking about.
And because we have decided to focus, right? So we
Right.
are cherry picking the information we need. We learn from the best, and that's why we are learning and teaching at the same time, but on the same subject.
Right. So for extraordinary results, you need what?
Extraordinary focus.
You can see this subject from another angle, because the more angles you use to understand the subject, the more it sticks to your subconscious. So, what is the most neglected success secret? In other words, Jim Rohn used to say,
Jim Rohn used to say, don't major in minor things.
So
this was, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, I have to think about this for a minute, because I used to do that, actually, right?
For sure, most of us. So basically what Jim Rohn is saying, major in major things, right?
Yes.
And this is like one keeper that I had from Funnel Hacking Live in Orlando that we've been, and you've seen the previous master classes from there. So only those who get funnels get paid.
Yes, yes.
This is the one thing that we want to talk to you about today. And Russell Brunson keeps repeating, you are one funnel away, meaning from the success that you desire, from the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Yes.
But is that right? The answer is yes. But we also need, to give you a better explanation of what Russell is truly saying and what he's not saying.
Yes, yes.
This is, I think, the most important thing.
Two sides to the coin.
Because we say, I am just one funnel away.
Okay,
so
then.
I can go, to the Greek islands for the whole month because I'm just one funnel away. It will take care of itself, right?
Yes.
It sounds easy.
It's not something to be taken lightly. You have to really grasp it.
What Russell is not saying, right? He didn't say you're 100 funnels away, right? Many of us, when something does not work, so you make your first digital product, 0 sales. What do? Make another product and another product and another product. Or you make a great product and you make your first sales page and it doesn't sell. And you make another product and another product and another sales page and another sales page. And you don't do what we will be talking about later, which is the only thing that you should be doing all day long.
Right. It's what Dean says, don't double, right?
Right.
We tend to double around when something is not working.
Russell didn't say it will work at the first shot, the first time you launch your digital product and your first funnel and you're there and it actually works, right? Because also for those of you who've been to Funnel Hacking Live, or those of you who know Jamie Kern-Lima's story,
yes,
when she got this first website of hers, she didn't have sales. And as the days went by, she started, being really disheartened. And the website was connected to her cell phone or her email, I don't know. So at some point, a sale pops in, you have one sale. And she goes to, to her husband and says, we have one sale, it's amazing.
And her husband says,
what?
He says, actually, it's me. I'm testing the order page of the website.
I wanted to prove to you, to show, because she was like complaining, I am sure that the website does not work. This is why we don't have any sales. So the point is, as we move along, that there is one word that you should brain tattoo, as Robin Sharma says, so that you can reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love. This is something that we take very seriously with Alexandra, because this is what we've been struggling with for years when we got started with digital marketing. We were, champions of doubling. We were so great at doing another thing and another thing and another thing, and not doing this one word on one thing.
Yes.
What is that word? Maybe
In big capital
by
letters.
now you've guessed that
it.
word.
Yes. Can you guess? And the word is
Optimize. So,
Optimize.
no matter where you are right now, maybe your digital product is just an idea in your mind. Maybe you've just discussed it with your partner. Maybe you've had your first sale. Maybe you have like 100 sales. Maybe you've crossed the $1,000 mark. Maybe you've crossed the $1 million mark. Maybe you've crossed the eight-figure mark.
Mm-hmm.
One word: optimize.
It is
Optimize.
always valid. Always.
Optimize.
There's always something to optimize.
Apple
always.
is optimizing.
All the time.
Amazon is
It's
optimizing. Everyone is optimizing. What? The distinct characteristics, the skills, the features, the virtues, what it takes to get to the next level of success. Always be optimizing.
And actually, the most successful like business case studies or business stories are from companies that really stuck with it and they optimized and optimized and optimized. They didn't double, they didn't move to the next business idea, they didn't move to another product, to another funnel. They stuck with it and they optimized. So this is really, really something that should be brain tattooed, as Angelo said.
Exactly. So what can you optimize? First of all, you can optimize the 3 core hacks that we talked about on Masterclass number 2. And we highly recommend that you watch it again, because these are the 3 things that no matter what you do in life, even if you say, you know what, if I want to forget about the whole digital thing, I want to forget about funnels, you know, these 3 core hacks could be of great value to you for the rest of your life. And if you don't remember them, is number 1,
destination.
Hack your destination. Number 2, hack your beliefs. Because if you don't believe something, you will not get there. First, you will achieve something with your eyes closed. First, you will see it with your eyes closed, and then with your eyes open. And last but not least, optimize your emotional fortress. Strengthen your emotions so that you can withstand all these you know, like life seemingly happening to you. You know, you have like Corona, and then we said, oh, we're done. And then we had, you know, this war in Ukraine and what it means for the whole world. And then inflation.
Goes on and on. Yes.
And it will never
stop. No.
And there are people that, you know, they get frantic with only a fraction of all this. And there are people who soar despite of all this happening, because they have strong emotional fortress. And they can, when you have a strong emotional fortress, you can think clearly, you can make the right decisions. So what can you optimize?
Excuse me.
The 3 hacks, right? Then you can optimize what we call your soulmate or your ideal client. Maybe your ideal client needs a bit of tweaking. Maybe you need to redefine and make sure you're right, you're spot on. You can also optimize your traffic. You can optimize your lead magnet, or what you're offering in order to collect emails, right? This is the lead magnet. You can optimize your landing pages, your offer, your product, and so on.
You get the idea. And the list can go on and on, right?
The thing is, you know, because before the webinar, I was thinking to myself, you know, will this stick? Because we know that this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the one thing. Optimize your funnel. Don't double. Don't, you know, like try to second guess. Don't try to make yourself feel that you're a failure or all these things, you know. Don't stay hooked into a feeling of, you know, missing my goal or not hitting my goal because I just got started. Also, don't get lured by all these shiny objects. Focus on your one funnel until it works, because if you make it work once, what?
You can repeat it,
you can
right?
Repeat it. Then you can have another product and another product and another business and another category, and you can optimize and make sure that you know what works because you've done it once and it works. So now you can consciously and deliberately repeat that.
And one thing I want to add here, Angelo, is the following, that when we say optimize your funnel, it doesn't have to be overwhelming, right? So in order also not to intimidate yourself, the funnel breaks down into various parts, so you can really take each part and tweak it just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. And then you have the power of compounding.
Exactly.
And the compounding of your results.
Exactly.
So, okay.
And you can go to the moon as the
exactly.
amazing example.
And also, one more tip, don't optimize many things at the same time. Make a tweak, test it. Then make another tweak and test it. Because if you make a lot of new things, you will not know what works and what doesn't, right? So,
by the way, I have an amazing example from yesterday, because Jamie Cross spoke yesterday at your first funnel challenge, and what she said was that, I'm doing the work, right? I am there when I put, like the kids to sleep. By the way, I found out yesterday that she has 5 kids, 5 sons.
Amazing.
Like,
bravo, Jamie.
Can you imagine, like
Yes.
having 5 kids running around your place?
And
me and Alexandra,
business.
we don't have children, and sometimes we are convincing ourselves that we don't have time.
Yes, it's crazy.
Can you imagine doing the same, amount of work with 5 kids? So the moment your mind says, I don't have time, and if you have 5 or 6 children, bring into your mind someone with 7. I don't know.
Yes.
But the thing is that your mind, in order to have you like stuck in your comfort zone, will try to convince you, and this is what I wanted to say before. Your mind will try to convince you that what Angelo and Alexandra is saying right now is virtually impossible. Mm-hmm. I don't have more time to optimize my funnel. I don't have more energy. You know what? You are giving some time and some energy, and you might hate me a bit more after I say this, but you're giving away some time and some energy on your drama. And that needs to stop right now.
It is not serving.
You don't have the luxury of drama if you want to reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love. You don't have that luxury. So imagine, let's just paint a day right now, right? I wake up, like I kiss Alexandra, I take my kids to school, and I go back because I have one thing to do, right?
Right.
Only one job to do today. Only one job to do today.
What else can I optimize today?
What do I have to do tomorrow?
Again,
optimize. So there are 3 things that you need to remember from this masterclass: optimize, optimize, and optimize. And if you're not yet convinced from our words, why not hear the words from one of the richest people ever, Andrew Carnegie, who said what?
Andrew Carnegie said, put all your eggs in one basket and take good care of that basket.
How many times have you heard in your life, like, don't put all your eggs?
It's really a mythbuster. Okay. Yes, it's
moment. Let's take a break here. Maybe if the results were a matter of democracy, and we are from Greece, so we know a lot about democracy, right? So if that was the case, maybe the winners would be the ones who would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Mm-hmm. But what you truly care about is who is the successful one, who is talking from experience. In today's numbers, Andrew Carnegie would have had a net worth of approximately $500 billion.
Insane, right?
Okay.
Maybe it would be the
and
most.
And all he did was
person.
To create basically the first $1 billion baby, the first $1 billion company, which was US Steel, because all he did was a vertical industrial revolution in steel. This is what steel was. Andrew Carnegie was all about. Mm-hmm. So this is how important it is for you to focus on optimizing your funnel. And this, again, could be like your theme for the next month. I optimize my funnel. I optimize my funnel. I wake up, I am happy, I make sure I'm happy. I do the exercises we've discussed before. So I make sure I am at peak state, because remember, the mental equivalent of happiness, of the emotional state of happiness, is what? Flow. It is the right point to operate during the day. So you make sure you're there, you remind yourself of your destination, right? And then what? You optimize your funnel. You optimize your funnel. You optimize your funnel. You make like a pit stop for lunch break, or like to whatever, little break you have, with maybe help your kids with reading and so on. But on the top of your mind is optimizing your funnel, because this is how you will reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
I have a little tip here. You can even make a little sticky note and stick it on your computer and write on it, "I'm a master of optimization."
Right.
I have lots of these sticky notes around my office and my desk. It works. It really works.
I am a master of
I am a master of optimization.
Or if you want to make it more specific, I am a master of funnel optimization.
Exactly. It's
right?
Depending on what you're working.
So we have an amazing exercise.
Yes, I like this exercise very much.
So this exercise will help you focus.
It's like a little game, right?
Because I am almost certain that you need some tweaking on your focus skills, right? So what you will do, you will take one blank piece of paper and you will make a dot in the middle. Just a small dot. And that small dot is basically your destination, your goal, and how you see it from where you are. Okay, so it's a bit far away. Maybe it's like, $1 million in sales or something like that. And it still seems far, but you need to put your attention there in order to get there, right? So step number one, make that dot and focus on your dot. So what you will be doing now is take your smartphone or your PC and have at hand your stopwatch ready. So you press and the clock starts running, and then you focus on the dot. And the moment that you start drifting, and thinking, oh, I have so many things to do today, or whatever, or what is a silly exercise that Angelo suggested, yes, and so on, the moment you drift from the dot, you check the timer and see, like 13 seconds. Start over,
back.
Repeat.
Back, yes.
Go back until you make and cross the 60-second mark. So for 60 seconds, this is the exercise. For 60 seconds, not only you will be looking at the dot, but for 60 seconds, you will not have another conscious thought. You will not drift mentally from the dot. It's easy, to have my eyes fixed here, but after a few seconds, it's like, oh, this is awkward. Is the internet running?
How many seconds have passed? What do I have to do after this?
Are people are leaving the webinar right now because I'm not moving? So
yes,
focus on the dot without thinking anything else than the dot, because the dot is your destination. And this is how much you want to focus, yes, on your destination in order to get there.
A little challenge from Angelo.
So that's it for today. We have just one thing to do until next Tuesday, right? What?
And optimize.
Optimize our funnels. Yes. So enough with the talking. Now let's start acting. Let's start optimizing our funnels. And if you're on the VIP of your first funnel challenge, we will see you there in just a few minutes for day 2.
See you next Tuesday.
Ciao,
Bye-bye.
ciao.